negri amarillos de Latinoamérica. Espero se me esté escuchando bien para resolver un poquito el problema de audio que teníamos la semana pasada. Bueno, hoy nos enfrentamos de visitante contra el Club Deportivo y de Fútbol Maguncia 05 o conocido como el Mainz. Ya tenemos la señal de ESPN, lastimosamente hoy la tenemos en inglés. Es lo que hay. Ya vamos a pasar a la pantalla del Game Day porque ya están saliendo los equipos. Salen los equipos a la cancha.
Home tickets sold as well. It'll be a 30,000 plus full house.
Es lo que hay, señores.
You'll see a hat-trick here for Stuttgart in September of last season. Only scored more goals versus Wolfsburg in his career so far in the German top flight. And there, Bo Henriksen, the man who saved Mainz from relegation last season. His mission this term to stabilise and climb the table with the 0-5ers. Effervescent Dane Henriksen. Julian Reyes on a welcome return to Dortmund's injured hit squad this season. The referee in charge today is Fabian Badstubner, in charge of the monitors VAR video assist overseen by Pascal Müller.
Ok, mientras se van acomodando los equipos, se están saludando los técnicos, podemos decirle las alineaciones. El Mainz sale con Sedner en el arco, con línea de 3, Kashi, Campana y Core. 4 mediocampos, Wené, Amiri, Sanó, Da Costa. 2 mediapuntas, Sotavento y Nebel, o extremos. Y el delantero centro, Burkhardt. Mientras que nosotros salimos hoy con Meyer por aún la lesión de Kobel, Bruto, perdón, Gross, Kahn, Slotterbeck, Ryerson, Mecha, Bayer, Savitzer, Brandt y Gittens. Ya el partido está por iniciar. Esperemos que la latencia nos ayude hoy. Esperemos hoy una victoria, por supuesto.
So we start. Two teams keen to break disappointing runs in
y arranca esto, señores.
Winless away matches, Mainz no victory here. The gap to the leaders now for Dortmund, 7 points to overturn already, Mark. They are way off the pace, only what 9 games in.
Y ya tenemos el play-by-play.
Enough points away from home. That can really drop you off the pace, and that's certainly what's happened with Dortmund at the moment. And I think they're going to have to get that form, sorted out really quickly. I mean, they're outside, they're a talented team, there's no doubt about it.
Tenemos un delay con respecto al audio de 15 segundos más o menos, pero es por tema de la transmisión.
Their only point came in August away at Werder Bremen, a 0-0 draw with 10 players. Since then, 3 league matches, 3 defeats. Stuttgart away was a real wake-up call. 5-1 they lost that game, then 2-1 defeats at both Union Berlin and Augsburg. There's Emre Can playing again as a centre-back, and for Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck now for Mecha. Mecha's pass for Zabitzer. Won by Sano initially, away now comes Mvena. Jonathan Burkhardt. Very much the heartbeat of this Mainz team, Burkhardt, a player they absolutely adore here. This is Cassie. Mvena. Helped on here to Mvena again for Mainz. Cassie chasing and reaching. Anthony Cassie's cross. Away by Emre Can.
Yeah, it's good positive play from Mainz. That's what you expect them. At home, they're going to really try and take this game to Dortmund. They smell blood. They know that Dortmund's form away from home is terrible. And last season, you said it earlier on, 3-0 victors against Dortmund. They'll be hoping for more of the same today.
So Cassie with a throw. He does have a pretty good long throw in his locker, the French fullback. And here the first use of that long throw from Cassie this afternoon. Cassie chucked in here towards Stefan Bell. Well, Bell came back in last week. His first start since August was absolutely huge in that goalless draw away to Freiburg. The man with more games of Mainz in the top division than anyone else. He was sensational in that 0-0 last Sunday to get more points under their belts away from home Mainz. Alexander Meyer's clearance for Dortmund. There by Bell. It's Keishu Sanu. Anthony Cassie. Da Costa given away here though to Brandt for Dortmund. Brandt and Meche both back in the German squad for this month's Nations League matches, along with this man here on the ball, Pascal Gross. Emre Can here left out by Nagelsmann this time. Schlotterbeck again in that squad. Here he is. Emre Can. To Pascal Gross. It's a deep cross for Guirassy, too deep for Guirassy, and Cassie will clear here for Mainz. Burkhardt chasing, helped on by Burkhardt towards the chasing Paul Nebel.
That's well played from Burkhardt there. Really, really what you can expect from Mainz. They like the physical side of the game. They will throw their bodies in the line of fire, and they will make it very difficult for Dortmund. If Dortmund are up for the fight, they're going to find it a very difficult afternoon.
Presión alta del Mainz para variar.
Intense aggression from Mainz you can expect to see. Here's Keishu Sano towards Jae-Sung Lee. Back with the informed Zentner in goal for the 05ers. Any key figure in their season so far, Robin Zentner. Da Costa. Appeared to Nebel. Anthony Cassie, former Strasbourg player. Into Jae-Sung Lee's feet. Poked away by Reazon. Now Schlotterbeck. Zabitzer. But again today, Mark, players maybe square pegs in round holes. Gross at right back, Emre Can as a centre-back. Players not in their normal positions for Dortmund this afternoon once again.
Well, that's when you've got so many injuries like Dortmund have. They've got to have utility players. They've got players that have got to be flexible and be able to adjust with the different types of positions that you need to play, and obviously the system they need to play and then adjust to. Pascal Gross is a great example of that. And we've seen him in the past, you know, slot back in those positions when needed. But he's a very talented player, and he's a player that from midfield will find it easier in that regard because everything will be coming from in front. The other change going forward, if you're moving from a defender into midfield, that's probably slightly more challenging.
Schlotterbeck. Faced by Burkhardt. Brandt. Last cap for Germany over a year ago now. Back here with Emre Can again for Dortmund. For Marcel Sabitzer. Sabitzer looking here for Brandt, but here comes Zentner. Chose to punch away, no real pressure there from opposing players.
Yeah, the only thing I think is that he's right on the edge of his 8-yard box, and he was unsure whether his momentum would take him outside the box, so he went for safety first.
Dominic Kor holding off for Maxi Bayer. Well, Dominic Kor against Maxi Bayer, the battle there. Kor, again, the quickest man to 5 yellow cards this season. They call hardcore, a man who has in his repertoire 6 red cards and 93 single yellows in the Bundesliga. Get stuck in, make no mistake, Dominic Kor.
Every team loves to have them. You hate playing against them, but you love to have them in your team.
Here's Mvena. To Burkhardt. Meche there to cover him. Well, Meche's only cap for Germany came in March of 2023 against Belgium. recall in the wake of his recent displays as a number 6 of late for Dortmund in that injury hit.
Sigue la presión alta.
Nuri Sahin. Gors to Bayer.
Bien, Brandt. Verga, qué bueno está jugando
Jamie
Brandt.
Gittens. Has Reyerson overlapping here. Gittens still. And Gittens goes on. In now to Sabitzer to find Pascal Gors. Flicked away here. There's Reyerson, scored here for Dortmund 2 seasons ago. Now Brandt. On to Jamie Gittens. Julian Brandt. Driven in to come off a Miri here towards Girassi. Little cushion header down to Sabitzer.
It's patient build-up from Dortmund. They're looking for that diagonal ball in the box. Once it gets cleared or intercepted, they win back the possession and start again.
Emre Can's cross block there by Jae-Sung Lee. Brandt. Good take here by Sabitzer. All rather tight and smuggled away here. Amiri. Up to Paul Nabel. Now Cassie can push on. Nabel. His 6th ever top division start today, Nabel. One of the homegrown players which Mainz love to bring through to the first team. Bell for Kor. Almvena. Mecha chased down here by Jonathan Burkhardt. The back pass for Meyer, who chose to head away.
It's a good header from the goalkeeper, it really was. I think definitely the right decision. Get the ball before it bounces and get rid of it.
Almvena. Looks off Gors, goes back now to Dominic Kor. Like Emre Can, really a defensive midfield player playing as a centre-back for Mainz this season, Dominic Kor. There's Julian Brandt. Brandt in towards Maxi Bayer. And Vena comes away for Mainz here with real purpose. And Vena, Nabel. Cassie sold short and nicked by Reyerson for Dortmund.
Yeah, it's good play from Reyerson. On the front foot, need to be, because Mainz a little bit slow at the moment in their build-up. And when they do, it gives Dortmund an opportunity, firstly, to gain shape, making sure they're nice and compact. But Dortmund, what they're not doing is sitting back. They're actually on that front foot, looking to try and engage with Mainz higher up the pitch, and they're doing that well so far.
Nico Schlotterbeck. But here by Dominic Kor for Mainz. Zentner off limits and took no real risk with that, away for a throw-in.
It was a split second there. I thought he may just take that one touch too many. Girassi was right there, and in the end the goalkeeper made the right decision.
Girassi already this season for Dortmund, 5 league goals, 8 on all competitions for him. Hat-trick for Stuttgart here last season in the Bundesliga. Julian Reyerson for Julian Brandt, and snipped away but covered again here by Reyerson. Schlotterbeck. High one here for Maxi Bayer. His first goal for Dortmund last weekend in the home win over Leipzig in the Bundesliga. It was his 12th Dortmund game. His first goal came in that win over high-flying Leipzig. Gittens now faced by Cassie. Reyerson for Emre Can. Emre Can thinks about it. And now to Pascal Gors. Comes here for Girassi, couldn't turn, and Mainz clear.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Girassi. I think it was Sabitzer in front of him. He looks to try, and I'm not sure he dummied it or tried to flick it on, and Girassi was just caught out of just like caught unaware then, and the ball just ricocheted off him.
The ball being controlled here by Dortmund early on. It's into Brandt now for Reyerson again. Emre Can. Can Gors produce? Schlotterbeck. To Girassi, but given away, and away will come Amiri here for Mainz on the counter.
At times, Mainz are just happy to sit back. Dortmund are playing out in front of them, they're not so concerned, they're just waiting for that one sort of sloppy pass. Dortmund look to try and go through the middle quite a bit, and that plays into Mainz's hands. They're nice and compact through the middle.
This is Danny da Costa's second start this season for these days the veteran defender Danny da Costa. Emre Can. The free kick against Jae-sung Lee. He has scored goals in this fixture the last 2 seasons, the South Korean. Place in May's win here over Dortmund. Brandt. Now for Jamie Giddens to work with. Down by the corner flag. Jamie Giddens. Julian Brandt. The cross away by the head of Kor. Comes back out here now to Emre Can for Dortmund.
¡Oh, Henry!
He's alive here, the back heel for Gors.
Taquito al borde del área.
Pascal Gors again. Towards Maxi Bayer's channel. So Zabitza's there. Zabitza well stopped there by Sano. Lee and Miri, all rather tight. It's come to Maxi Bayer for Girassi. Back to Mecha. Probing here, but no way through yet for Dortmund. It's
Ey, presión harta del Dortmund también. No los está, o sea, cuando perdemos el balón no está dejando salir al Mainz.
Getting stale and helped on by Zabitza.
Yeah, almost a great ball there from Gitten. Looks to try and find Girassi in the middle, I think it is, and Zabitza makes that run to that near post, and it's just a little bit out of his reach. Just sort of clips the top of his head.
Zabitza's rather patched up. He took painkillers to get through the game against Sturm Graz on Tuesday. By my count, there are 7 first-team players missing at the moment for Dortmund, with injuries in the case of Ben Sebaini's suspension. It is an amazing rash of injuries they've had to deal with in the season's first few weeks. There's Zentner here for Mainz, towards the chasing Jonathan Burkhardt. Away from Mecha. But out of play here from Burkhardt.
You'd still think that, you know, Dortmund, with the size of their squad that they have, playing in Champions League football, they're more than capable of dealing with the injuries they've got. You know, you still got this starting 11. They're still a very good side.
Mecha le hace relevo a Gross. Gross sube y Mecha se queda un poco. Asumo porque Mecha corre más.
The American teenager. Schlotterbeck. Girassi. A good steal here by Dominic Kor for Mainz. Couldn't quite get the through ball there to Burkhardt.
Yeah, unfortunate ball that, because there was 2 options there. Lee on one side, Burkhardt through the middle, and just in between.
Here is Gittens. Gittens to be faced here by Paul Nebel. And to Julian Brandt. Dortmund so far really keen to win the ball back. There's an aggression and a hunger about them so far in this first 15 minutes. In by Bayer. You can see here their ball recovery data so far. Already, 4 seconds up.
El tiempo de recuperación del balón del Dortmund es de casi 9 segundos, 8.9 para ser exacto. En la temporada promedia 12.8 segundos.
Quite compact, and Dortmund having a lot of possession high up in Mainz's half, so it allows them to the minute they lose possession, to really try and close down and quickly and win back that ball, and it's worked well for them in this opening 15 minutes.
Zentner here for Da Costa. Da Costa for Cassie. Anthony Cassie, Burkhardt chasing it.
Yeah, you can clearly see the tactic there, looking to try and hit Dortmund on the counter-attack. Meyer was really well positioned there, edge of his box. He was out lightning quick. Even if Burkhardt was getting close enough to that ball, I thought Meyer, or felt comfortable that Meyer had that covered and was able to clear before any danger.
Meyer's been really good cover the last 3 seasons from Jan Regensburg. It's his 17th game today in the Bundesliga. Really lets Dortmund down in any competition. Not his best clearance, though.
It's always the commentator's curse, isn't it? The minute you start praising someone.
He said when he was signed, his agent rang him, he thought it was a joke that Dortmund were keen to sign him. He'd just gone down to the 3rd division with Jan Regensburg. This is Keishu Sano. And that's Brandt's win back of the ball for Dortmund. It's come to Kor for Mainz. Into Jae-Sung Lee, helped on now to Nadim Amiri. Cassie in lots of space now wide right. Anthony Cassie crossing off Emre Can. Here's Mvena for the 0-5ers.
Yeah, great defending from Emre Can there. He needed to be at the end there. Far post flicked on because there was a player behind him waiting to line up for a shot.
Mvena. Look at the space Amiri's got to work in here. Back now to Stefan Bell. Paul Nebel. Very nimble player. Back here to Da Costa. Helped on by Jonathan Burkhardt.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of balls to Burkhardt there from Da Costa there. Burkhardt was a little bit slow in getting that position. Da Costa could be also accused of playing it a little bit too early. In the end, he gets there, but there's no one not able to control the pass.
Helped on by Jonathan Burkhardt. Throws in here for Dortmund.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of balls to Burkhardt there from Da Costa there. Burkhardt was a little bit slow in getting that position. Da Costa could be also...
Amiri's pass. Jonathan Burkhardt! Big chance for Mainz, not taken by today's captain.
Yeah, he's threatened on a number of occasions early in this half.
Cerca el Mainz de marcar.
Where he's tried to run in behind. No one just goes with it. Everybody's ball watching.
Da bringt dann Burkhardt nur noch den Fuß dran, aber kann natürlich nichts Kontrolliertes mehr.
I know it's a difficult one. Keeper comes out and closes the angle.
Sai que recuperar rapidamente a bola a equipa do Mainz. Uma decisão de Rierson, bola colocada por Burkhardt.
He knows how big a chance that was.
Yeah, 5 league goals so far for Burkhardt. Mitchell rather tight there, that Dortmund defensive playing out from the back. Here's Meyer again. There for Pascal Gross. Given away here to Amiri with space to work in. Amiri shot! And Mainz for now have the bit between their teeth.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot more positive. I mean, it's only that first period of time of sustained sort of pressure on Dortmund, and you already see that they created a really big chance. And Dortmund then trying to play out of the back. Here we see this chance. Really good run from Burkhardt as he gets in behind. Just sort of duffs his shot there. You can see he gets underneath it and sort of chips it over the crossbar. He had the right idea. He knew what he wanted to do. Just gets it wrong.
Burkhardt, that chance, the best of the game so far for either team in the first 19 minutes. Stays 0-0.
The crossbar. He had the right idea. He knew what he wanted to do. Just
chase on here for Gittens, away by Cassie. Amiri's pass, stopped by Mecha. There, the warning signs are there for Dortmund already in this first half. That 2 chances in quick succession for chase on here for Burkhardt.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Amiri's one was obviously a bit from distance. I wouldn't have expected him to really trouble Meyer unless it was an absolute worldie. But definitely Burkhardt, that was a really big chance. A striker that's in some form. A striker that's in certainly expected him a very striker that's in certainly expected him to very striker 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 certainly expected him to very.
Here is Amiri again for Mainz. Sung Lee, stopped there by Emre Can, comes back to Dominic Kor. Now Kor's pass, looks for Cassie. Anthony Cassie once more for Mainz. Back now to Keisho Sano. Paul Nebel. Cassie. Nebel. That'll be a throw for Mainz. He'll keep the pressure on here.
It's good sustained pressure now from Mainz. In the last sort of 10 or so minutes, they've really put Dortmund under a bit more pressure. Played most of the game in that last 10 minutes in this half. And now we'll see what Dortmund are made of, how that away form is feeling for him.
In by Cassie. Foul throw given against him, a raised foot. It goes Dortmund's way.
Yep, good spot there. That is definitely a very basic, basic sort of pull up on a foul throw.
Yes, both feet have to be planted. So Raison's throw here for Dortmund. It's into Gittens. One back well here by Mainz. Amiri, Jae-Sung Lee. Nebel. And Lee now for Amiri. Right to the challenge, but nicked away here for Gross to clear. And Girassi will chase this. Well, Zentner a long way from home.
It does enough. Zentner does enough to get away with it, and Da Costa obviously is there to help his goalkeeper out. But it was a good positioning. He needed to be high up the pitch. You can see Girassi was looking for that ball in behind.
Pascal Gross. Mecha for Gross again. The one by Cassie, the ball drops here to Paul Nabel for Mainz. And now Umvena well advanced. Philip Umvena. Amiri. Wants options. Into Nabel's feet. Back now to Sano.
Yeah, it's interesting how it sort of roles have reversed now in this game where Dortmund had all the play high up in
Mainz
Mainz's
merodeando el área.
pressure on the ball. Now it's the other way around. Mainz, the minute they lose the ball, they're pretty quick to win it back again and sustaining the pressure on Dortmund in their own half.
Con todo y eso, las líneas del Dortmund están bien paraditas.
You saw there the young Japanese Keishu Sano has become a huge
No hay desorden defensivo.
They brought in the summer from Kashima Antlers of the J-League. Midfielder who never stops working.
That's certainly my experience playing with Japanese players against them. South Koreans, their work rate is absolutely exceptional, and they are very, very good footballers.
Sano before this weekend ranks 6th in the league for intensive runs, 7 for distance covered. He has been this season for the 0-5 perpetual motion already. Schlotterbeck, Nabel is with him. And fans, I think, appeal there for a potential handball. Here's Julian Brandt. Brandt, great ball for Girassi. It's Girassi and Stefan Bell, who was superb in Freiburg last week, again has begun this game in a similar vein.
Coño, Girassi, yo te quiero burda.
He didn't have to do a real lot. Just need to stand his feet, keep it tight. Girassi just played into his hands very, very easily. Good old-fashioned, simple defending.
33 now, Stefan Bell. Today for Mainz extends his club record to 271 games in the Bundesliga for the 0-5ers. Now is Pascal Gross. Emre Can. Nico Schlotterbeck. Felix Mecha. Now finds Jamie Gittens. Will take on Cassie. And Bell as well. Oh, and hit the hand of Cassie, I think. We play on for now.
Yeah, popped up, I think, really, really close to him now. I'd be surprised if this is even. Well, I'm sure it'll be looked at, but I can't see that being a penalty. I mean, it's a challenge, a tackle, and the ball sort of ricochets up and hits him in the hand.
Yeah, there weren't any real appeals for it. Here is Schlotterbeck. So 0-0. But both teams have had their moments, their spells of ascendancy. Here is Schlotterbeck for Dortmund.
Por lo menos con el retraso de Red Cam estamos saliendo con quien debemos salir, con los centrales.
Had to really force a real chance in the game, Die Schwarzgelben. Broadcast's the best one for either team so far for Mainz. Here's Riazon. Now it's with Emre Can once more. Marcel Sabitzer. It's Emre Can. Now for Jamie Gittens. Gittens crossing. Bell clearing.
Se está buscando demasiado a Girassi. Entramos por las bandas y lanzamos un buscapié a Girassi. Un centro, por supuesto.
Girassi's touch. Chase on here for Maxi Bayer. It's come off Bayer. Up in the air here. Bell beneath it. And Girassi there. And Bell it's gone Mainz's way.
Yeah, Zentner does well. I mean, it's a tough ball to come out for. He does really, really well. Yes, gets a little bit fortunate with the clearance. I mean, it is an offside. You can see they're clearly offside. Hence why I think Bayer was so close. And then Girassi, as the ball ricochets up into the air. I mean, he has got his eye on the ball, but it is a foul though.
Oh, Emre Can on Jason Lee with a very heavy challenge. Oh, red card! Dortmund's captain Emre Can is sent off for a rash and reckless and dangerous challenge on Jason Lee. And now the game's balance swings towards Mainz in a big way.
Yeah, straight away I thought red card. That is a bad challenge. I mean, there's no intent. He doesn't mean to get him like that. And you can see he's very apologetic straight away. He's telling him to get up. It doesn't matter. I mean, the point is it's a bad challenge. Potentially a really poor challenge. We'll see it here, full flow. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's a red card. I don't think there's anything else. There's no way this is going to be overturned. That is just a really poor challenge.
So Emre
Roja a
Can
Emre Can. Entrada peligrosa con los tacos arriba.
And this a tackle you can't have any kind of defense for, really.
No, the minute he goes to ground, the minute he
le metió los tacos de frente a
Emre Can, just it's a poor
Ali,
challenge.
número 7 del Mainz. Ahora amarilla para Schlotterbeck.
Emre Can dismissed. And Dortmund's away woes are now added to by a red card.
Imagínate, uno de los centrales expulsado y el otro apercibido. Dios mío.
Already, of course, lacking senior defensive players. To lose him as well for, it'll be now maybe a 3-game ban. Another huge loss.
Yeah, and more importantly, I mean, there's the 3-game ban, but it's this game itself. I mean, what, 27th minute red card, they're down to 10 men. It is an uphill battle for Dortmund now to stay in this game, to get anything out of this game. Their away form is, as we know, terrible. I mean, I'm not sure what he's complaining about, in there, because for me, that's a clear red card. And for Dortmund, I mean, it's just going from bad to worse in terms of away form.
So 0-0, but a man down. And still have the game to play over 2/3 of its distance. So Dortmund on their heels. And here have to defend a free kick first and foremost, which Amiri is on for Mainz. Can they produce the double whammy here? A goal and the red card from Emre Can's rash challenge. Amiri whipped in the header, and held by Meyer. It was Jason Lee, the player who was fouled for the red card, with the chance.
Yeah, big chance. Jason Lee, really great position. The only thing is the ball's slightly behind him. That's just why he can't get the proper connection on it. Meyer does really well. Stands up and keeps hold of it. A little bit of a fumble, but really good positioning, really good goalkeeping. That is from a quick... That's a really quick flick on in a really close area, and his reaction was exceptional. Made it look really easy.
And Jason Lee, as I said, relishes this fixture. Scored in the home game with Dortmund the last 2 seasons. Brace in May's 3-0 win. Here is Mvena. Call back to Robin Zender.
Creo que bajó Mecha para cubrir la...
Well, the single away point in Bremen was done with 10 players. On that occasion,
Mecha está cubriendo el espacio de Henry.
In that game as well.
Queda con Gross, Schlotterbeck.
In that game, it was Nico Schlotterbeck who was sent off in the first half in that goalless draw at the Weserstadion. They have done this before and held on to draw this season with 10 players.
Talk about making it more difficult for yourself. One of your most experienced players on the pitch. You know, you can
Carajo, pues que éramos mucho y parió la abuela.
It's a silly challenge. No need to go in there and dive at that in that sort of way.
Check how that red card has changed the winning chances with the data. It has swung towards 0.5 as a 54.7 winning chance as per the data with AWS. We shall see if that comes to pass at 90 minutes. Chase on for Cassie here against Reyerson. That will be a corner off the Norwegian.
Yeah, Mainz have just got to be calm and patient with their build-up, not change anything. They've just got to play their game, put pressure on Dortmund, keep doing what they're doing, and not force anything. There's a lot of football still to be played. The man advantage. Sometimes it's really tough, or a lot of the times it's very tough to play against a side that are down to 10 men because they're a lot more compact and they try and just spoil things.
Amiri's corner for Mainz. Sent in by Amiri. The high one towards Stefan Bell. Zabitzer clear. Here is Giddens. The breakout pass now for Brandt. And now the counter on for the 10 players. Julian Brandt. Little trickery. Retains the ball well, but then he's got the free kick as he is well here. Amiri's challenge on Julian Brandt.
Yeah, it's well done from Julian Brandt because he had to keep hold of the ball. Obviously, with the man down, they need to make sure they take a lot more care in possession. Keep hold of it, wait for help, and just trying to relieve some of that pressure.
Yellow card, Paul Nabel for his part in this. I think for kicking the ball away is why Nabel was cautioned.
I think it's more about preventing a quick free kick. He jumped in front of it as they went to try and take a quick free kick.
So Gross on the set piece. In by Gross and helped on, and Zentner behind the flight to cling on for Dortmund.
That's such a difficult ball to deal with, and in the end Mainz just got a little bit fortunate. Ball goes all the way through to Zentner.
Paul Nabel. That's a loose one and seized on by Maxi Bayer. Girassi looked offside.
Yeah, he looked a long way offside. It's got to be important for the remainder of the game. Girassi has to time his runs well because he knows, obviously, they're down to 10 men. He needs to conserve energy, make sure that the runs he does make in behind are the ones that are worth it.
Amiri, Anthony Cassi, Nadim Amiri for Jae-Sung Lee. Now it's Keishu Sanu. Philipp Mvena. Mvena with Gross. And he's gone down as well. Mvena's challenge on Dortmund's makeshift right-back Pascal Gross.
Yeah, it's an accidental stepping on his heel, I think it is. Is this handball? I think it is, yeah. I mean, for me, that's no way. I mean, obviously he does hit his hand, it just ricochets off as a challenge. And there was a slight call for a handball, but then it was a play on.
And Mvena's throw, it's headed by Girassi. And Mvena again. There's Cassi, Brandt with the clearance. Back in by Danny da Costa. Gross away. Stefan Bell and now Burkhardt chasing this one for Mainz. Burkhardt's pullback. Offside flag is up.
Yeah, we'll see. You can see his offside linesman got this one absolutely right. Good little run in behind, just slightly in the offside position.
And here's the only real chance for either team so far, Jonathan Burkhardt. Dortmund's bench.
Hey, hace frío. Los jugadores en el banco cubriéndose con su cobijita.
Daniel Marlin, the midweek match winner, may be called upon at some point to come on to
hace frío, caballero.
On Tuesday, win the game late for die Schwarzgelben.
Hace frío hasta en la cancha porque está medio aburrido en el juego.
Here is Girassi. Stefan Bell covering and Zentner clearing. Girassi. Up to Burkhardt here for Nabel for Mainz. Support from Cassi to push on. Anthony Cassi, little long for Burkhardt.
Yeah, just slightly overhit it there. Mai does really well. Comes out of his 6-yard box, commands that area, needed to be as well.
So Dortmund's backs to the wall. A player down early. That red card for Emre Can, the captain. Here's Burkhardt, away by Zabitzer for Brandt. Julian Brandt couldn't quite thread Bayer through.
Yeah, it's a poor ball. A player of his quality needs to be a better ball. They've got to be better in
Coño,
possession.
una de las pocas veces en las que veo que Brandt se equivoca.
Keishu Sanu for Mainz. On to Philipp Mvena. Mvena's cross whipped in with pace. Cassi back in, and there's Jae-Sung Lee to score. Well, Jae-Sung Lee just adores this fixture. Scores home versus Dortmund for the 3rd successive year. And the 11 lead the 10, and Jae-Sung Lee, the difference maker for Mainz in the first half.
Yeah, exactly what Mainz needed there.
Centro mal despejado. Desorden en las líneas. Mecha no se entendió. Ataque por la izquierda. El número 2 del Mainz centra. Despeja Mecha. Hay una recuperación del extremo derecho del Mainz que la cabecea, perdón, la pone en el centro del área. Y viene Lee, el que ocasionó la tarjeta roja de Enrecam, a cabecear a placer, ya que Mecha perdió la marca con él, lo dejó solo y no perdonó.
And Jason Lee to heap the misery on the Schwarzgelben.
And they've deserved it. They've been really positive in that sort of last 20 minutes or so. They've been really positive. They've played most of the game up in Dortmund's half, put pressure on the ball.
Here's Lee again, the ball given away to him.
¿Cómo está haciendo daño ese Lee? Le puso fastidioso.
Anthony Cassi, who made the goal. Rezon standing firm. Jason Lee, a 65% scoring chance. The game's opening goal so far from the South Korean in this his 99th game in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty simple header for him from that sort of distance. You can see there it was Jonathan Borkart who tried the overhead. Actually, I think he pulled out in the very last second. Realised his teammate was going to head the ball and didn't want to take it off him.
And for Nuri Sahin, the first half, which has been thus far an unmitigated disaster. Captain sent off, now a goal down to Jason Lee.
Pero aquí estamos transmitiendo.
Dortmund's
Estamos solos,
Bundesliga away day difficulties show no signs of abating anytime soon. And they've won the ball back here. Zabitzer to Girassi, who has gone down. Lee's challenge. Penalty. The 10 men have a penalty kick. Girassi brought down by the goal scorer, Jason Lee.
Wow, you can see how quickly things can turn
El
around.
mismo Lee acaba de ocasionar un penal.
Really bad position. We'll see it here now.
Ah, sí, penalazo.
The referee's got it absolutely spot on. He had to think about it. Jason Lee
sí,
doesn't need to challenge from there. That's why there was very little arguing with the referee.
El que le acaba de dar el gol al Mainz acaba de ocasionar un penalti cometiéndole una falta, claro. Girassi ayudó porque se tira contra Lee y Lee hace el resto. Lee cae, por supuesto no es defensor.
Borussia Dortmund will face one of the Bundesliga's most informed goalkeepers in Robin Zentner, whose last spot kick save was over 2 years ago from Sadio Mane in a game at Bayern. 6 to half time. Dortmund penalty. And Girassi,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 penales para Girassi. Todos los ha convertido en distintos sitios del arco.
For short-handed Dortmund in Mainz.
Girassi se prepara, 3, 2, 1.
No mistake. The penalty bludgeoned and buried.
Bien colocado a la izquierda, a la derecha del portero.
Yeah, fantastic penalty from Girassi. Absolutely blasted it. Zentner waited, tried to show a dummy one way, then threw himself to the right. And Girassi's just too much power and really well directed there. That was the chance Dortmund needed to get themselves back in this game. It's Lee who loses the ball firstly. Tries to make amends. How often do we see it? Player makes a mistake, loses the ball. Here we go. That's a great finish from Girassi. Massive moment for Dortmund. Down a player. One opportunity to get themselves back in the game, and they make no mistake.
Sería el noveno penal convertido por Girassi.
Girassi's penalties are reliable. 3rd from 3 in all competitions for Dortmund. In his senior career now, 22 from 25 put away by the Guinea international Serhou Girassi. So 6 league goals for Dortmund's summer acquisition. A hat-trick here for Stuttgart in last season's win for Stuttgart, and here to make it 1-1 for Dortmund from the spot for the beleaguered Schwarzgelben. Well, their injury situation is
Están revisando a Girassi.
not easing here with this one for Girassi. Before today's game, missing by my reckoning 7 senior players with injuries and suspensions. Of course,
Al parecer un sustico nada más.
As well. And here Girassi will hobble off for further assessment by the medical team.
And the problem is now it puts them down to 9 men, and that's the problem. You know, that's why I'm thinking that, I mean, it must be legitimate. We do see this challenge here from Lee. There is a kick, yeah, you can see it.
Sí, parece que en la falta se hubiese clavado el taco y con el leve empujón que le da Lee tuerce un poquito la pierna de manera antinatural, y eso era lo que estaba acusando luego del penalti. Pero parece que ya está bien porque ya se reincorporó a la cancha.
Girassi is back on the field now. Here's Sano for Da Costa. They're on by Cassie for Paul Nabel. Nabel's cross wins a corner here for Mainz.
Not quite sure that was 30 seconds, was it, off the pitch, which I think is supposed to be the rules these days. But yeah, again, positive play from Mainz. Good defending, Ryerson, in the end. Needed to be.
Absorbing first half. Red card now, 2 goals, 1 each. And the nearest corner for Mainz. And here he takes this latest Mainz corner. It was Jason Lee again to flick it on.
Big chance, really big chance in that near post area. Just slightly gets the timing wrong, I think it is.
No creo que haya sido tan gran chance. Centro que conecta a Lee de cabezazo, pero ni cerca del arco.
Big chance for Mainz.
So 1 goal each. Made by Alexander Meyer for Dortmund. Header won by Stefan Bell towards Jonathan Burkhardt, who backs into the defender here, and it is Schlotterbeck who stayed down.
He's just run straight into him, hasn't he? I mean, he's not even looking at the ball here. You can see it. Look, now he turns. He's looking the whole time. He's looking for Schlotterbeck, seeing where he takes position. He's just trying to get in front of him. He's trying to sort of get in front of him and then pin him down. Just gets the timing completely wrong.
International teammates last month, Burkhardt and Schlotterbeck. Burkhardt became just the 6th Mainz man to win a senior cap for Germany. Debut versus Bosnia and Herzegovina in Zenica in October. That's Schlotterbeck. Now Maxi Bayer.
He's got that one in his locker, as we say. Schlotterbeck, he's got the ability to just fling that diagonal cross.
Pero lo bueno fue que se pudo empatar a pesar de que nos falta uno.
So Gross throws in here for Dortmund. Can they steal a half-time lead here with 10 men? Or Girassi caught there by Dominic Kor, and given here, I think, outside the box. And Dominic Kor gets already his 6th yellow card this season. Dortmund free kick.
Amarilla para
challenge from Kor. Doesn't need to, again, just a silly, lazy, gets rolled. And Girassi does well, does really, really well. I mean, he's hoping, obviously, he's hoping for a penalty, but it's clearly outside the box.
Casi que se lo lleva a su casa.
Kor, just poor defending.
Yeah, Kor's 94th career single yellow card in the Bundesliga, to go with the 6 reds he's got down the years.
Kor es el central que va por izquierda.
In what's been a first half of many twists and turns. Is there one more here before the half-time break? And the two came together there with an exchange of views, Kor and Girassi. And the outcome is this free kick. We now tick into added time at the end of the first half at Mainz. Pascal Gross on the dead ball as Dortmund try to take the lead. In by Pascal Gross, too high. Here though is Brandt. He'll twist and turn. Julian Brandt still in towards Bayer. Here's Zabitzer. Jamie Gittens. Julian Brandt for Felix Metscher. Metscher's cross. Schlotterbeck.
Vamos, Lotti.
Stays in play here with him.
Vamos, Lotti.
Back to Pascal Gross. We've had almost one of the 3 added minutes. Metscher away from Burkhardt. Meche for Gittens. The cross for Gross is overhit.
Coño, Gittens hoy no la ha tocado. Vale,
Cuando la
toca,
Gross was always lingering in that far post, and this is his touch from Schlotterbeck. Really good. I mean, he's a bit fortunate there. It comes ricocheting off his, I think, what, chin, chest area. That was the moment. I think they'll be disappointed, Dortmund. They didn't do better from that set sort of play, because Pascal Gross has got the ability to whip in a fantastic ball. He just either, I'm not sure if he overhits it or underhits it, meaning underhitting it because Julian Brandt was in that deep sort of lying area and needs to get it on the volley. And maybe that was part of the plan. He just doesn't get it right either way.
Here's Weiner for Mainz. Back to Dominic Kor.
Tiempo cumplido. Vamos a jugar hasta el 49.
Oh, it's with Nadim Amiri for Mainz. We saw their lead fairly short-lived, that equalising penalty from Guirassy after Lee, who scored the goal, brought down the striker. Dominic Kor. Stefan Bell for Mainz. Cassie. Lee's flick on for Da Costa. Da Costa's cross. Burkhardt! Magnificent goal for Mainz. Jonathan Burkhardt to restore their lead right on half-time.
Cuando creía que nos íbamos
absolutely magnificent goal from Mainz. Great run down the right-hand side for Da Costa as he whips that ball into that near-post area. That's what you want from your striker, making that run really almost impossible to defend against. And Burkhardt makes amends for that early miss. Great finish.
Y ojo, este gol no es
His first ever goal for the club in the top division came away to Dortmund over 4 years ago now. And Burkhardt, a talisman here at Mainz, a player they adore because of finishes like this.
See Meche again, ball watching. He got caught out on the first goal. Defended, stayed at the far post. This time he's just standing still, watching the ball.
Otra vez Meche perdió la marca.
Costa does well. It's a really good ball. Burkhardt's timing was excellent.
Que Meche no es central.
Lee's involvement in this one as well. As the ball gets flicked up, he's the one that wins that header that flicks on to Da Costa. I mean, what a first 45 minutes.
Y se acabó, señores.
It's been a super game so far. Great to watch. For the neutral, not for Dortmund fans, maybe a red card for Emre Can. And then Jae-Sung Lee's goal. Then he gave away a penalty which Guirassy made it 1-1 from. But then right on half-time, Jonathan Burkhardt to give Mainz a 2-1 lead. A game which has been gripping so far. So many twists and turns and talking points. But Dortmund's away struggles continuing here at Mainz today. At the break, Mainz 2, Borussia Dortmund 1.
Bien. A ver,
Mainz,
vamos a quedarnos
obviously at
con
home,
la
having
pantalla
that
de
home
Game Day
advantage.
todavía.
I think really being buoyed by the fact that Dortmund's away form is so poor.
Well, the highlights, and there were many of them in that first half. Of course, a full house. Mainz Dortmund on match day 10. And here, a red card mark. Emre Can sent off for that on Jae-Sung Lee.
Yeah, it's just a really poor challenge. It really is. It's a lazy challenge. It doesn't need to be. They've got numbers there. Emre Can, your most experienced player on the pitch, giving away a free kick and getting himself sent off.
Well, Jae-Sung Lee, from the free kick, a chance which goalkeeper Meyer held on to. But Lee had scored goals versus Dortmund in the last 2 seasons' games here, a brace back in May's victory. And Lee, again, would have the first say on the scoreboard here. A header from Cassie's cross, the opening goal.
Yeah, big half for Lee, involved at both ends. But certainly going forward, he's been a real menace for Dortmund. This is a really good goal. You know, he's not afraid, puts his head in there in the danger area, and it's a really good finish.
That was 1-0. Jae-Sung Lee with the opening goal, but then moments later, the same player lost the ball then. As he gets back, he nicks the ankle of Guirassy. Penalty the outcome.
Yeah, unfortunately for Lee, he gets dispossessed in a really dangerous area. And then just all he's thinking about is, I need to win this ball back. I need to get back and help my team out. And then gives away.
Bueno, mientras comienza el segundo tiempo, yo creo que podemos ir, vamos a ver si por aquí podemos ir revisando lo que ha sido lo trascendental en este juego. Vamos a primero a colocar lo que fue ver si lo podemos poner un poquito aquí más grande. Bien, lo que fue la tarjeta roja, o sea, vean esa entrada criminal. La entrada fue criminal. Está la roja directa, sin pensarlo mucho. O sea, se fue con los tacos adelante. Miren, allí se puede ver claro. Tenemos el primer gol de Mainz. Estoy adelantándolo un poco para que no nos den strike. Okay, vamos a ponerlo aquí un poquitico. Ahí está. Ese fue el primer gol. Después vino el empate. El empate de ir así. Como le dije, un penal bien cobrado a la izquierda. Y vino el de la ventaja para okay. Ahí lo vamos a tener. Vean cómo Mecha ahí pierde la marca y deja solo. A ver qué me dicen por acá. Okay. Y deja solo a Bucart, quien convierte para hacer el gol de Camerino y irnos con desventaja a el Camerino. ¿Qué les puedo decir? Partido aburridísimo el de hoy. Aburridísimo. Vean los tiros a puerta. Mainz tiene 6 tiros a puerta. Mientras que nosotros solamente tenemos 2. Perdón, 1. Los tiros a puerta del Mainz han sido 3. De los cuales, de esos 3, 2 han sido goles. ¿Okay? El partido se ha perdido un poco entre ver cómo entran al área, porque de verdad que no, poco y nada el partido de hoy, sobre todo para el Dortmund, que sigue sin encontrar ideas, ¿sí? Las ideas para poder entrar al área y poder crear oportunidades. Seguimos con lo mismo. Miren, el partido ha estado tan aburrido hoy que yo me voy a ir 10 minutos para echarme agua en la cara, porque de verdad que horrible. Entonces, vamos a volver en 10 minutos y con el segundo tiempo a ver si esto mejora. ¿Está bien? Volvemos en 10. Bueno, volvemos. Ya empezó el segundo tiempo. Va a minuto y 15. Al parecer no hay modificaciones en la plantilla. No, no hay. Ahí está, señores, disculpen que se nos había ido el audio en inglés. Pero bueno, es lo que hay.
Clearly the linesman spot on again. It's the right idea. Look for that ball in behind. Bit of a chase. And in the end, just the timing of the run was just slightly off.
Stefan Bell. Amiri's touch on towards Burkhardt. It's Mecha. And a foul by Burkhardt. He now moves on to 29 goals for the club. He's only 4 now off the record held by Karimoni Siva of 33 for the club in the top division. And we see Daniel Marlin among those getting warmed up potentially to come on for Dortmund, who scored their winning goal late versus Sturm Graz in the Champions League on Tuesday. Gittens. Felix Mecha for Alexander Meyer. Pascal Gross. Nico Schlotterbeck. Here to Zabitzer. Given away though to Da Costa, who made the goal for 2-1.
Yeah, Zabitzer recovered really well. Needed to as well, otherwise Mainz were off and it was an advantage.
Marcel Zabitzer. Well, that's a loose ball seized on here by Philipp Umwener for Mainz. What can he produce? It's Umwener! And Meyer makes the save. It stays at 2-1.
Yeah, great strike from Umwener there. Really good. Marcel Zabitzer just gets that pass wrong. The weight of it was the one that let him down, and Umwener does really well. Ross does his best to try and keep him out wide, and Meyer had to be alert. That's a really good save down in the near post area. It's a bit of a dip and a swerve in the end. Watched it all the way. Good goalkeeping.
Amiri's corner. Mainz on the front foot since half-time. Can they go 3-1 clear here? Stefan Bell is in there among the raiding party. It's Amiri's corner, helped on by Jae-Sung Lee.
Again, he's a real problem for Dortmund, isn't he? Jae-Sung Lee's movement in the box is very, very good. Again, he's the first one to the ball, just gets his head, the timing or the power on the header, too great.
Bell. Here now to Amiri for Mainz. And Umwener takes on Brandt. It's come back here though to Dortmund's possession. Gross. Julian Brandt. And Nico Schlotterbeck. Pressure there by Paul Nebel. Pascal Gross. Felix Mecha. Here is Gross again for Dortmund. Jamie Giddens caught and brought down there by Sano. Well, can the 10 players find a way here to save this game in adversity? Here comes Pascal Gross for Borussia Dortmund, for Nico Schlotterbeck. Julian Rehrson.
I think Mainz are only too aware of how good the quality of players that Dortmund have, and that they can't switch off at any time, because if they do, they will get punished.
Guirassy. On to 9 goals all competition so far for his new club. It's one by Schlotterbeck here for Julian Rehrson. The back heel for Guirassy. Da Costa standing firm. Anthony Cassie for Mainz.
Yeah, it's one part of the game where Guirassy has struggled a little bit. Those tight balls in around congested areas, his control and control of the ball hasn't been at what you hope it to be. Certainly now when you're down to 10 men, you need someone up front who's going to be able to hold the ball. Don't give it away too easily.
Anthony Cassie. Jonathan Burkhardt. Back to Keishu Sano. That's a great ball. Umwener's in here. It's Umwener for Mainz. Umwener. Nebel! What a time to score your very first goal for Mainz.
Brilliant goal from Mainz again. We'll have to see whether he's onside or no. Winner's run down the left-hand side was excellent. If he gets the timing right, in the end he still has a lot to do. Good first touch, takes it back inside, and the ball across into the 6-yard area was brilliant. And it's a really good finish. Here we'll see, does he keep the timing right? Yeah, it looks like he's a long way onside. That's a really good goal. Taking advantage of that man, extra man. Does well, has to get it back on his right foot. As he does, he picks out his man. That's a really good finish again. Mainz have punished Dortmund once again.
Paul Nabel on the books here for 8 years, loaned out the last 2 seasons. This, his first goal in the first team for Mainz 05.
I think he's a little bit fortunate, takes 2 deflections on the way through. The initial block for Ayerson, and I think it's Mecha possibly where it takes the last touch off. Otherwise Meyer may have had a chance to get something on that one.
Well, Burkhardt and Nabel, players who have come through the ranks here, 2 of their own have scored 2 of the goals today. Nabel's first in the first team, Mainz 3-1 clear.
Yeah, brilliant. That's what Mainz needed to do. They
Señores, se viene la noche.
Stay positive, still stick to the game plan. Stay on that front foot, put pressure on Dortmund. Best way to defend is by being aggressive on that front foot, up in Dortmund's half, and they've punished them once again.
Burkhardt, Amiri, here is Nabel. Nabel's 6th ever top division start today, by the way. Amiri tenacious, combative, dangerous. Away from Reyerson, play waved on here, Amiri still.
Now the referee, I think, allowed play to go a little bit too long there, and I think the way that unfolded, it just kept getting worse and worse. The referee, I think, should have pulled up sooner. I'm not sure, that's a decent foul, but on that Reyerson challenge there, that's when he should have pulled it back. He just got out of hand a little bit.
So Dortmund staring another away loss full in the face here. It'll be 4 successive away league defeats: Stuttgart, Union Berlin, Augsburg and Mainz. And those are games, the kind of games, Mark, which if you have any ambitions of being a league winner or even a top 4 team, you can't lose those kind of games back to back.
No, you can't. And I think that's the big problem for Dortmund right now. And for Sarin, what's going to happen? If the result stays the same, what's going to happen? How's his future looking? Will Dortmund continue with him? Because at the moment, something needs to change, and change very, very quickly.
Today's game will, of course, have the asterisks of the early red card for Emre Can.
Aquí estamos, aquí estamos.
Nonetheless, again, 3 goals shipped here by Dortmund away from home. Let in 5 in Stuttgart. Could there be a repeat on the cards here? Here's Sano for Cassie. And there by Schlotterbeck towards Guirassy. And Gittens can't get there. Lee, of course, did.
That's another example. That ball up to Guirassy. He's a big guy. I want him to hold the ball up, get his body onto it, keep hold of the ball, allow your team an opportunity to get forward. Instead, he's just not strong enough.
Dominic Kor. Expansive out here now to Anthony Cassie again for Mainz. Nabel. Cassie. Back heel. Read by Schlotterbeck. It's Nabel again, though, for Mainz here. On to Sano. Kaishu Sano. Neatly done, but then just ran away from him.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there.
And there, Lars Ricken, I think you'd say stony-faced in the centre. Change here with Jan Couto coming on, the fit-again Brazilian. Ostensibly a right-back, and it'll be, I think, a triple change here. We're also going to see Dortmund send on Yannick Lures for his first ever senior match, a centre-back from the second team, as well as Daniel Malen. So Lures coming on, came in from second-tier Hanover in the summer, only played 10 times in the second division for them. And there the notes brought on to the game plan, revised game plan here, to try to change, to save a game which for now seems beyond Borussia Dortmund.
Entra Malen, entra Couto, recuperado.
Change has been made sooner. When you look at the way the game is. I mean, you're making those changes at 3-1 down. I know there's still a lot of
Sale
time to
Mecha
play,
y
but
entra
2-1,
Luz.
it just seemed like
Mecha reventado.
it was only going to be one team that was going to likely score, and that
Sale
was going to be
Gittens
Mainz.
y entra Couto. Gittens que
So
no hizo nada
Bayer
hoy.
is off, Mecha's off, Gittens is off.
Y
The
sale
Luz
Bayer y
is the
entra
first ever
Malen.
top
Bayer
division match.
también flojitos. Flojito el día de hoy.
And Koto's missed a month with injury. Here's Nebel, Schlotterbeck. At least though Lewis is now a recognised centre-back in that position. Here's Jan Koto. I mean, they can send Gross back into his regular midfield role now. Daniel Malen. Julian Brandt. Given away again here, it's Amiri for Mainz, on to Paul Nebel.
Poquitas veces he visto esto.
Ball cut in the centre. Nebel goes back instead here to Kaishu Sano. An hour gone of what's been a bruising game for Borussia Dortmund. Mainz away, never an easy one, but with 10 players. Here's Stefan Bell for Jonathan Burkhardt. On to Sano again for Mainz. Sano. It's Paul Nebel again, all right across the face of the goal.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether it was a shot or a cross, and I don't think he was quite sure. I think he possibly changed his mind very, very late. Could have easily have been the fourth goal. This is the third. Really good touch. Back inside, picks his man near in that 6-yard area, edge of the box. Fortunate with the finish, but from that sort of area, get it on target, anything can happen.
So 3-1 for the 0-5ers. Nice pass. There's Gross. This is Yannick Lewis. You can see, despite the player light, they've had more of the ball, but 10 shots to 1 for Mainz so far. One shot for Dortmund all afternoon. The penalty from Guirassy, their only shot so far on Zenit's goal.
Mainz, 1 del Dortmund.
Another bruising afternoon for Nuri Sahin's Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, not great stats, are they? I mean, just like we talked about, just going from bad to worse. For Dortmund, the red card, now being 3-1 behind. There's still quite a lot of time still to play in this game. It could get a lot worse for them if they're not careful. And what you don't want anyone to lose their head right now. You don't want to lose another player.
And Wiener. For Jason Lee. Lee's cross off Lewis, it'll be a corner. Mainz, you feel here they know there are more goals out there if they want them against this patched up and makeshift Dortmund defence. Don't forget, Mainz haven't won a home game all season. Miles Ricken in the centre, not looking happy at all with the situation. Amiri's corner here for the 0-5ers. Amiri takes it. There's Lee again.
Yeah, I think he's led with his arm. And the referee will have to wait and see. You can see here. Yeah, there we go. Leads with his arm. Goalkeeper in the end. Oh, yeah. Gets the fists on it. Needed to, because it was a dangerous ball in that near post area.
All Mainz. Another corner which Amiri is on here for the 0-5ers. Amiri takes it. Meyer with a punch away. Amiri again for Mainz. There's Nebel available. Amiri. He played 8 games in Leverkusen's title win in the first half of last season. Da Costa. Well, for Mainz, this will be some way to win their winless home run. Only a couple of draws on home turf for them in the current season. Their wins have come away from home this season in the Bundesliga at Augsburg and St. Pauli. So Meyer here for Guirassy, won by Bell for Mainz.
Yeah, it's better from Guirassy. This time he gets the ball in his chest, keeps hold of it, allows time for his teammates to come forward. Yeah, okay, he plays the ball back again, but it's better number 9 sort of play.
This is Yannick Lewis. Schlotterbeck. Zabitzer. So Meyer beaten 3 times so far this afternoon on his second league appearance of the season. Meyer long here towards Guirassy, up against Stefan Bell. Cyril Guirassy again. Off his toes there, well taken by Weiner for Mainz.
Again, better from Guirassy. Just his touch in the end lets him down as he turns and tries to create something from nothing. But his first initial hold-up play again was good.
Creo que hubiese hecho algo mejor. Pues qué flojito está Guirassy.
And Lee now for the rampaging Weiner again, faced by Jan Koto. Philipp Weiner still. Cassie. Jonathan Burkhardt. Chase on for Brandt here, but they'll get there too, ahead of Stefan Bell. Brandt, great ball for Daniel Malen. It's Malen still, deflected shot, Zentner behind it.
Yeah, good defending in the end. That ball was slightly overhit. Daniel Malen couldn't get onto it soon enough, and in the end, it's just good defending. Don't go to the ground early, hold your ground, don't panic. And for Zentner, in the end, it was a reasonably comfortable save.
Da Costa for Mainz. On Nebel. Anthony Cassie. A free kick as well. It's Cassie, or rather Nebel, who's down here for the 05ers.
He may have been trodden on. Start from Schlotterbeck. We'll see now as he tries to play that. There's a short pass. There we go. He is trodden on. That hurts. No doubt about that whatsoever. You see that third goal. It's actually off Schlotterbeck, the final touch.
Tercer gol del Mainz fue con caño o túnel al
Schlotterbeck. That young man will have dreamed of his first goal in the Bundesliga. Paul Nebel, first for Mainz's first team. And they have a 3-1 lead now over Dortmund. Amiri. On to Cassie. Another away day of horrors for Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, just have to be careful they don't let this slip even more, Dortmund. I mean, that would be potentially a nail in the coffin if they were to do so. I mean, at 3-1, no man down, but if they could somehow manage to get a goal back, that could become very, very nervy for Mainz, having not won a game all season so far at home. They've still got some hope. They've got quality to hurt Mainz. They just haven't shown it as yet.
Well, space for Gross to work in here. Ahead, Marlen's made a run. But Kor strides forward here for Mainz. With the game's 3/4 distance mark, Dominic Kor now for Philipp Weiner. Amiri, who sprayed passes around all afternoon with impunity almost. That's Gross now for Marcel Sabitzer for Dortmund. Guirassy an option, goes back instead here to Jan Koto. Nico Schlotterbeck.
It's easy to say it afterwards, but I mean, it's interesting that, you know, you play Pascal Gross back at right back, you've got Jan Koto on the bench, he's fit enough to be involved. Why wouldn't you start him? You know, then you're making fewer changes then, or certainly playing fewer players out of position. And I think that's always a concern. Obviously, Emre Can playing at centre-half, I can understand that one. He's a player that's played that position before, he's filled in those positions before. He's a very experienced player, but you've got Yannick Lewis. Could have easily have kept a lot of players in their recognised positions.
Here is Rezon. Can play either of the full-back positions on the left today with that yellow card accumulation for Ben Sebaini in the last game with Leipzig. Here is Yannick Lewis. Schlotterbeck. Rezon. Chase on here for Brandt, who took it well for Dortmund. Brandt stopped there by the outstanding Sano so far for Mainz, who has not missed a beat in the midfield here, the number 6. Lewis with the header, forced a hit to Amiri's possession. With space to move into here for Mainz, on to Weiner. Jason Lee. Lee Palnabel again. Schlotterbeck's leg, got the ball.
Yeah, Lee's been brilliant again. Great little play there, little ball in behind for Mainz. Persistent pressure.
Amiri. Again, Palnabel on the ball for the home club. Back to Stefan Bell. Move towards the game's last 20 minutes. Amiri. He would see Mainz on to 13 points. It'd be only 3 points behind Dortmund then in the table. Here's Jason Lee. But Dortmund's next 2 home league matches coming up. Freiburg and then Bayern, either side of the Champions League game in Zagreb.
Eventually what happens though is that you're relying so heavily on your home form, the pressure then starts to grow even more. You know, bad away results, home form is so important then to continue. And then when you've got the likes of Bayern coming up, it becomes, that pressure potentially becomes so great.
And by Yannick Loos, falls here to Amiri, or Amiri's pass, and Nabel's in here. It's Palnabel teasing Jan Koto. Nabel, Vena's pass meant for Jason Lee. Rezon clear. Another double change coming here for the home team, for the away team rather, Dortmund. They're going to change 2 more. Well, Matthias Sammer and Lars Ricken's expressions, if they could tell a story. So here comes Cole Campbell, the young American initially. Coming on for another cameo. He's very quick. US born though, Iceland as a teenager. Here is Amiri for Danny da Costa for Mainz. Palnabel. Da Costa's pass, Nabel again for Mainz. A support here from Cassie. Anthony Cassie for Mainz. And hammered away by Zabitzer. Mark, all these injuries, is that mitigation in a way? Is that enough mitigation for Dortmund to have this poor away record with so many players out injured?
No, I don't think so. I think the poor away form record started before these injured players. Yes, those players, it's accumulated, definitely. The list has gotten bigger along the way. But no, definitely not.
Amiri going on! And Meyer behind it. 18 to play. And Mainz still at 3-1 advantage. Dortmund's double substitution will happen very shortly. Julian Rezon now for Nico Schlotterbeck. We're going to see as well coming on here Almogera Kaba, who was sent off in his first league appearance in the recent loss in Augsburg. He's really a defensive player. Campbell is an offensive winger. High one here towards Brandt. It's met by Bell. And Vena. For Danny da Costa for Mainz. Takes on Marlon. Back to Stefan Bell. Amiri. Now Core. Da Costa's down here. Okay, we'll go on.
Yeah, I think he got his foot caught, studs caught in the turf as that ball sort of came across, or he looked to try and change his direction. They're always the worst ones. We'll see it here as the ball gets played to him there. There we go. Not great.
Yeah, no one really near Da Costa there. He's wanting further attention. It is a fairly rare first-team game for Da Costa this season. So Rezon is off here for Kaba. His first game back after injury, Rezon. And Brandt taken off here to make way for Cole Campbell, who is, as I say, a very quick and direct winger. The US-born wide player Cole Campbell. He is only 18, born in Texas, raised in Georgia, but as a teenager moved to Iceland to look after his maternal grandmother.
You always worry when someone gets caught somehow in the ground, the studs, whether it's a ligament. Just hope it's not too serious.
And he's back on here, Da Costa. He'll try again. Stefan Bell. Bell, that long ball here, looking for Cassie, covered by Kabar for Dortmund. Anthony Cassie's back heel, Paul Nebel. Nebel, great ball here. It's Sano's cross. Comes back out to Sano again here for Nebel once more. Kabar's block. Nebel for Mainz again. This is Marlon now, can't find an escape route just yet. Kabar does.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating afternoon for Girassi up front. The service, 9 times out of 10, haven't been good enough for him. They haven't played to his strengths either. And at times when they do find him up top, there's been occasions where he's let it down by not having enough on the ball, not being strong enough in possession. You know, he's had a bit of contact from Mainz players. Defenders defended well, whether it's Bell, Core, but he's just not been strong enough. Hasn't held the ball up well enough at all for Dortmund today.
You're going to see Sylvain Widmer coming on for Da Costa very shortly. That'll be a like-for-like change. Widmer, the club captain, will come on, the Swiss. There's Jason Lee. Lee for Cassie. Deep on this towards Umvena. Thought about the volley. There is Cole Campbell for Dortmund. Campbell given away by Jan Couto, who's gone down, wins the free kick as well here, the Brazilian. He was a key man in Girona's amazing third-place finish in Spain last season, Jan Couto. We've seen his shock of pink hair last season in Spain. That was shaved off for Brazil in the summer. They felt pink hair didn't really become the national team jersey at the Copa America.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Here is Nebel, who's been super again for Mainz today. It's come now to Anthony Cassie. Cassie for Nebel, back to Sano. Stefan Bell. Amiri. Every single Mainz player today has been terrific in this performance.
They have. They've done really, really well because, I mean, you know, you could look at it and go, well, okay, Dortmund have down to 10 men, have played for a large part of this game of 10 men, but Mainz have had to still play well. They've had to stick to their game plan.
In by Nebel. Lee took it well. Couldn't find Sano alongside him. It's up here to Campbell for Dortmund for Daniel Marlon. Now, can they use Campbell's pace here? Marlon still with 3 tracking him. Marlon did well to keep the ball initially, but it's been won back here for Lee's benefit. Jason Lee, who's been tremendous. Nebel likewise. Has Cassie alongside.
They've kept their head, Mainz. They've stuck to the game plan. They've worked incredibly hard. They've scored some really good team goals. I mean, they've been really good for the 3-1. Could have easily have been more the way they've dominated the game. Yes, Dortmund's red card certainly helped.
Here is Amiri. Philipp Umvena. Amiri. Lofted ball here for Nebel. And that's Sano's first time ball to Anthony Cassie. Can they find a 4th goal here, Mainz? Nebel. Anthony Cassie. Kaishu Sano. Oh, Sano, great feet. The pullback here for Burkhardt.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant play. Great feet, great control of the ball.
Umvena. Oh, a missed kick by Jan Couto. Lures with a header. Umvena is there again for Mainz. Now the break on for Jan Couto maybe. He's got Girassi ahead of him. And here he goes. Can they cut the lead to a single goal here, Dortmund? Girassi. Omugera Kabar. Pascal Gross. Nico Schlotterbeck. Marcel Sabitzer. Jan Koto into Campbell's feet. Cole Campbell. Across a high one here for Marlon.
Yeah, just a poor attempt at a touch there from Marlon. Took his eye off the ball, I think, in the end. This is the sort of danger time for Mainz. Even though they're 3-1 up, these are the time where you don't want to concede. You concede at these times, it just makes it so much more difficult for yourself.
The change, so Da Costa off, replaced by the club captain Sylvain Widmer. The Swiss on for the last 10 minutes for Mainz. Well, he made the second goal today for Burkhard Da Costa. Only second start today of the season. A job well done by the veteran fullback. Widmer throwing in. Yannick Lewis. Helped on here for Lee. And now for Umvena for Mainz. Held up by Campbell. Umvena's had a super game today, up and down that flank with such threat and menace. The Austrian. He now is Nadim Amiri. Jonathan Burkhard. Sano.
Well, we knew they'd be aggressive, Mainz. We knew they'd be on that front foot. They would work hard. They have. They've worked incredibly hard, even without one-man advantage.
It's Cassie's cross. Not there by Campbell.
And so often teams struggle against opposition when they get under 10 men. They find it difficult to break them down. They're very compact. Mainz have just taken their time. When the opportunities presented itself, they've taken them.
And Bo Henriksen's team on course for that first home win of the season. There's Cassie, Nabel, Schlotterbeck. And foul there by Nabel. It'll be a free kick for Dortmund to play less than 9 minutes now. It'll be a fourth defeat in 5 away league matches. They've won all their home games this season in all competitions, Borussia Dortmund. But away from home, they just can't find a formula. Pascal Gross. Stepped on there, I think, by Nabel.
These are the chances for Dortmund. To get themselves back in the game, they need to make the most of a set play. Pascal Gross has got fantastic delivery when he's on it. And 9 times out of 10 he is. So they're going to need his delivery now into the box.
It's a goal now could give Dortmund a welcome lifeline. Marlon's flick on. Schlotterbeck's chance. It's wide.
It's a big chance. And it really is a big chance. Unfortunately, it falls to Schlotterbeck. Pops down, he's on the swivel. There's a lot of Mainz players there. He's still got a lot to do. It's a difficult one. There's still a chance.
Well, the snacks have been better than the performance here for Dortmund today. 3-1 behind with that red card early in the game. First half an hour for Emre Can to be sent off for Nuri Sahin's team. And that was a bitter blow, one they didn't come back from. 3-1 down here. Away by Zentner for Mainz. Towards Jonathan Burkhard. Here's Kor. And Umvena again will set off down that flank as he's done all afternoon for Mainz. Ahead Jae-Sung Lee. Now Marcel Sabitzer intervening. Pass on for Campbell to light those turbos. He's a quick player, Cole Campbell. He's won a free kick as well here.
That's good play. Good play in the end. He was either through or being fouled, and he's got the free kick. gives Dortmund another opportunity to get players in the box.
We're going to see coming on soon the Korean Hyun-Sok Hong for Mainz, player who came in from Belgian football in the summer. Too high for Schlotterbeck. Well, Bo Henriksen has done such a great job here. When they got him in last season, they appeared to be nailed on for relegation, but with his effervescence, their drive, their passion, in the end survived with room to spare. So Nabel coming off, and you'll hear now for this homegrown player an amazing ovation for Paul Nabel. And this, his first ever senior goal for Mainz, his first ever in the Bundesliga, one of their own with the clincher. So Hyun-Sok Hong is on. Into the game's final 5 minutes now we go. And I think a yellow card here for time wasting for Robin Zentner, goalkeeper's first caution this season.
Yeah, you understand they're trying to play out at the back, not on. You're going to take a little bit extra time. You want that clock to wind down a little bit, and you're prepared to take a yellow card for it if you can push the referee as much as you can.
Zabitzer. Campbell. There is Hong for Mainz. It comes for Burkhardt. Jonathan Burkhardt. On now to Anthony Cassie. Mainz aggressive again here, late in the game. Back to Widmer. Anthony Cassie. Sylvain Widmer again on the move here. Looks for Hong and finds it. Deflection off Gross. Into Cassie's path here. Marlon is with him. Mainz corner.
Yeah, well played again from Mainz. Just that constant pressure. They've really been on that front foot. They've made it very, very difficult for Mainz. For Dortmund today, that by applying that pressure, continuous pressure, making it difficult, making it a very uncomfortable afternoon for them.
So a corner for Mainz. Amiri's on this one. Can they find a fourth goal here to wrap it up once and for all? Amiri's corner. There's Lee again, and Amiri once more to pick up the pieces. Back to Cassie. Widmer. That's Zentner's pass, a long one here for Jason Lee again, met by Lewis. That's Jan Koto. And Koto again for Dortmund. It's Guirassie's flick on for Marlon. Stefan Bell intervenes. Here's Lee chasing again for Mainz. Jason Lee, was he taken down? They asked the question.
Yeah, Jason Lee again working incredibly hard, causing Dortmund all sorts of problems. I mean, whether it's a set play, whether it's a normal play in the game, he's just a real handful.
Course header. Here's Pascal Gors. Cole Campbell. In by Gors, looking for Guirassi. Away though by Widmer. Amiri. Sano back on to Amiri here to push on in the search for a fourth goal. Amiri's come a long, long way here. On now for Jonathan Burkhardt. There's Hong. Burkhardt again. Onto Amiri again. His shot blocked. And there's Hong going put behind for the corner by Jan Koto.
Yeah, good play from Mainz there. Persistence. Just couldn't really get the clean shot away in the end. Meyer comes out, closes the angle. It's an awkward position for the goalkeeper, and then in the end it was just really last-ditch defending from Dortmund that prevented that fourth goal.
Well, here they are enjoying their afternoon on the pitch and in the stands, as well they should do. Some first home win of the season this for Mainz 05. Amiri again will send in the dead ball for jubilant and buoyant Mainz. Amiri's cross, always gone for goal there, the Olympico attempt from Amiri, didn't come off.
Yeah, it's certainly a cheeky effort there. He knows he's whipping it to that far post area. I'll tell you what, it's not very far away from it either.
Well, attacking changes here. We're going to see Jason Lee go off, and he, Mark, has been hugely in the first 2 goals especially.
He's been magnificent for Mainz. I mean, he had a very interesting first 45 minutes, mostly positive, of course, lost the ball, and then gave the penalty away that Dortmund scored. But other than that, he's been outstanding. Dortmund just haven't dealt with him. His movement in the box has been exceptional. Set plays has been 9 times out of 10 the first player on the ball. Dortmund just have fallen asleep at times.
So Armindo Sieb and Karimoni Sieb are on, replacing Lee and Burkhardt. This was Burkhardt's goal right on half-time to make it 2-1 for Mainz. Onisivo, the club's record scorer. Now it's Vena. Onisivo again, on now to find Hong for Mainz. Hong, Cassie in space. Cassie in! Meyer got a touch on it, did he? No, he didn't.
Yeah, good ball again, really difficult to deal with. Danger zone there, defenders don't really want to stick a foot out, they're worried about hitting in the back of their own net. And the goalkeeper's unsure. He's unsure because it's such a dangerous position.
Added time will be of it 3 minutes only. There's Dominic Kor for Mainz. Hyun-Sok Hong.
Ok, muñeco, estás en vivo. No sé si.
The noise coming from the home support, but for Nuri Sahin, any for his thoughts today. Dortmund, it'll be 4 successive away league defeats.
A ver.
Only 1 point from 5 games away in the Bundesliga this season for Dortmund.
Háblanos, muñeco.
Back to Pascal Bourse.
¿Me oyes?
Schlotterbeck. Kabar.
Ok, déjame subirte el volumen, pero estoy un bajito. Háblanos.
To come and claim.
¡Hello!
Ahora sí.
¡Deja el show! ¡Súbete la falda hasta la espalda! ¡Deja el show! ¡Nos volvieron a coger! ¡Deja el show! ¡Somos el hazmerreír de Alemania! ¡Deja el show!
Stefan Bell.
Me cago. Mira, voy a aplicar la de Manolo Cabeza de Huevo. Manolo, soy tu ano.
Expansive play now to involve Vena again.
Ay, qué reverenda mierda. Y eso que no he visto todos los partidos. Pero ya con lo poco que he visto digo, mano, ¿quiénes tenemos libre para cambiar de director técnico? Es más, vamos a hacer nuestro pequeño investigación de mercado live. Live from New York is Saturday Night Live.
Vamos a esperar que se termine.
¿Que termine qué, marico? Se les olvidó patear. ¿De cuándo acá nos convertimos en el puto Barcelona de la era Xavi? ¿Ah? Toque y no, ¿para qué vamos a hacer goles? Tenemos posesión, vamos a meter la posesión en el culo y me vale verga YouTube, chúpame los 2 huevos. Cuando estoy arrecho y esto es lo hermoso de YouTube, que puedo decir, chúpame las 2 pelotas. Yo sé que a ti no te gusta. Pero bueno, eso es de este equipo soy yo. El que le echa pimienta a esta carnecita soy yo.
Terminó.
No metieron la verga.
As he heads down the tunnel, his team well beaten here. Emre Can's first half red card set the tone for the Schwarzgelben. But for Mainz, what a day, what a result. A home win at last this season. The final score is Mainz 3, Borussia Dortmund 1.
Putos goles contra el Mainz.
The party starts.
O sea, si tú me dices a mí que estamos con alguien que está compitiendo la Bundesliga, yo te digo, bueno, nos echamos coñazos contra el Mainz.
Great result, great story, but for Dortmund,
que si le quita la N dice
Well, I think in a
maíz.
very precarious sort of position, certainly from a management perspective.
¿Qué? ¿Estás molesto?
There'll be question marks now.
Está bien,
Questions
no,
asked
ya,
about his future, about is he the right man to take Dortmund forward.
Ingeniero.
Ok.
No fue mi intención de hacerlo sentir mal.
Aquí estamos, se acabó el partido, señores. Se acabó.
La pregunta es, ¿hubo en algún momento partido?
Mira, no realmente. Lo que pasa es que...
Entrenadores disponibles, vamos a ver. ¡Oh! Mira, pero qué hermosa esta lista. A ver, comencemos por ahí. Bueno, vamos a hablar primero del partido. No, estoy muy encabronado, discúlpenme señores. Yo no soy así. Yo soy una persona realmente recatada, muy ecuánime en mis comentarios, pero cuando me tocan cuando me hinchan los huevos, mano, dense a lavar ese culo. O empiezan a correr estos mamahuevos o que se den para la mierda.
Bueno, a ver, lo mismo de los otros partidos. No hay ideas, nos hacen presión alta y no sabemos qué hacer.
Ok, ¿y por qué? Porque no nos quedemos en el tema de que nos hacen esto y no sabemos qué hacer. ¿Por qué? Analicemos el puto por qué. Porque si yo, sin título de entrenador y a punta de horas de FIFA, sé qué es lo que está pasando, ¿cómo coño de la madre el desgraciado de Nuri? Nuri, yo te amo, marico, de verdad. Tú eres la razón por la cual yo entré en este círculo de amor con las abejas. Pero te estás pasando, loco, te estás pasando, de verdad.
Yo ya dije hace un buen rato que para mí, como técnico, o sea, lo dije en la transmisión pasada. Para mí, como técnico, o sea, en el partido del Champions contra el Madrid, yo dije, ya, perdió el respeto, pan. Perdió el respeto porque, porque tú no te puedes comportar como un equipo pequeño. Y visto Rubén, está, porque Madrid, Madrid de la actualidad.
Falso, tú no puedes medirlo por el partido del Madrid, porque el partido del Madrid, el 90% de los entrenadores que hay en Europa hubiesen echado para atrás. El 90% de los entrenadores hubiesen echado para atrás.
Bueno, pero yo no quiero que el mío sea igual a los otros.
Está bien, es el problema. Está bien, ahí estamos de acuerdo. Pero no vengas tú con ese cuerpo yuca a decir, no te vas a echar para atrás, marico. ¿Cómo viene el equipo defensivamente? Nos mete gol todo el mundo que quiera entrar, que quiere su tapa al arco. Y estás con el actual campeón de Europa y no te vas a echar para atrás.
No. Igual, Tomás. Fíjate lo que hizo el Milan.
Pero cuando estamos hablando de lo vino tinto, ahí sí. Vamos a poner el resultado.
¿Por qué el Milan sí? ¿Por qué el Milan sí y nosotros no?
¿Por qué? Porque el Milan tiene... Mira, y tú sabes que el Milan es mi equipo de Italia. El Milan tiene planteamiento claro de juego, tiene los extremos bien definidos, tiene dos carrileros que suben y bajan, tiene un mediocampo definido de quién es el que se encarga de subir el balón. Nada más por esas 4 pendejadas. El Milan no es que tenga la mejor defensa del mundo, pero saben hacer los tecnicismos, lo mínimo necesario en un equipo. La basculación y el tema defensivo. Tienes en el Milan, tienes a Malik Thiaw, Tomori, Hernández y Calabria. Hernández y Calabria son carrileros de recorrido. Para arriba y para abajo. Tomori y el alemán Thiaw, o sea, son defensas de toque. Y en el medio campo, diré quién tiene. Tienes a Benacer, tienes a el holandés, ¿cómo que se llama? Reiner, Changer, algo así se llama. Ese huevón y este huevón. Y el que está aquí, que es Benacer, es el primerito que baja a pedir el balón a Tomori y a Thiaw. Dame acá que yo me encargo de distribuir los balones. ¿Eso lo vemos en el equipo ahorita?
No, aquí no estamos viendo nada.
¿Por qué? Porque el que se encarga de sacar el puto balón es el Lotterbeck. Vete a la verga.
Bueno, hoy lo estaba sacando Cam.
Y por eso está jugando roja.
Que está también jugando. No, lo de Cam fue criminal, loco. Una jugada tipo... Mira, si Junior estuviera viendo esto...
No, entrada tipo Magdanelo. Yo vi la repetición y dije, vete a la verga. Esa es William en potencia. Pero no, pero el detalle es ese. Que le estás... O sea, estresas tanto al equipo que lo llevas al punto de tener que tomar decisiones idiotas. Y eso fue una decisión idiota. Entonces, compadre, yo entiendo el tema de las lesiones. Lo entiendo. Pero ¿y entonces qué vamos a hacer? Porque vamos a estar claros, yo estoy viendo el fútbol ahorita y a mí me aparece Pascal Gross de lateral derecho.
Sí, mira,
corrígeme si me equivoco.
Aquí te lo tengo y lo podemos mostrar. Pero sí, Gross estaba intercambiaba con Maximilian, ¿sí?
Ajá.
Porque a veces veías a Maximilian abajo y veías a Pascal arriba. Pero estaban los dos por esa banda. Maximilian Bayer.
Ajá. Y coño, corrígeme porque a lo mejor soy yo el del problema. Maximilian Bayer no es delantero.
A ver, vamos a ver qué dice. No me crean a mí porque yo no soy un carajo de fútbol. Pero vamos a ver qué dice aquí. Vamos a ver qué dice aquí. Y aquí, mira, aquí, coño, es que tú eres el pro.
Y entonces, agarramos el delantero, lo ponemos como extremo derecho, que en algún caso ha funcionado por ahí. Tampoco digo que no deba. Pero su función principal es delantero. Al que traemos de 5 lo ponemos de 2. Lo ponemos de lateral. En Rechan sabemos que tiene la posibilidad de poder jugar defensa. Varios años nos ayudó en ese tema. Ahí no hay tema. Ryerson lo lanzamos para la izquierda. Porque me imagino que Benzebaini. A ver, ¿quién más? Me imagino que Benzebaini. ¿Quién más puede estar de lateral izquierdo en el equipo?
Bueno, ahí tienes, mira, ahí tienes el banquillo. Estaba Locta, que es un portero. Tienes a Filippo Mané, que es defensor. Tienes a Ayman Asil, que es un centrocampista. Y tienes a Jordi Paulina, que es delantero. De los tres, podría ser el Filippo, pero Filippo es central.
Ya va. Filippo, yo lo he visto jugando en partidos del segundo equipo del Dortmund. No es malo, pero está carajito. Pero ahí te voy a dar un dato.
19 años.
Sí, está bien. Oye, tampoco digamos que... O sea, está chamo, no digo que no, pero te puedo dar ejemplos de centrales en Europa que con menos de esa edad la están partiendo. Para darte un ejemplo, Pau Cubarsí, 17 años, no ha terminado el bachillerato, se agarró la defensa central del Barcelona. En su momento me acuerdo Todibó, cuando llegó al Niza. Excelentes partidos. Valerdi, Valerdi antes, cuando tenía 21, tenía buenas cosas, estaba con nosotros y después lo pasaron al Marsella. Y en el Marsella ahorita, pero ven acá, yo lo que quiero ver es aquí, me estoy metiendo en la página web de nuestro hermoso equipo. Yo lo que me quiero meter a ver es equipo, fútbol, sub-23. Vamos a ver. Porque yo me imagino que no había ningún lateral izquierdo joven. Ah, no, sí tenemos, huevón.
Sí, fue uno de los cambios. Fue uno de los cambios, Tomás. Te lo estoy enseñando acá, ¿sí? No sé si lo logras ver.
Ya va. Yo entiendo acabar. Pero, ¿tú has escuchado hablar el nombre de Guille Bueno?
No.
Bueno, fíjate, ese es el detalle. No le dan la oportunidad. Pero bueno, vamos a
Mira,
irnos por otra rama.
Ahí tienes.
No, marico, está pendejo. O sea, honestamente es frustración defensiva. Ve que nadie lo ayuda, se lanza para quitar el balón y pues por eso pasan esas pendejadas.
Loco, pero le metió neto, weón. O sea, esta es la canilla del tipo, y le metió con los tacos neto. Y el árbitro estaba...
No, está
joda,
bien. Está bien
panorámica,
votado. Está bien
IMAX.
votado. Está bien votado, por ahí está el detalle. Yo honestamente, compadre, mira, creo que es hora de empezar a ver no solamente el banquillo, sino empezar a mirar para arriba al palco y empezar a pedirle explicaciones a Sebastián, porque honestamente me deja de deber un chingo ir así. Pero aunque marque a nivel de juego, más me daba Full Club.
Lo estaba diciendo en uno de los pasajes del partido. Kirasí está pana flojo, Tomás. No,
¿Sí?
no se ve fuerte, no se ve que quiera, ¿sabes? Marcar. O sea, le pasan el balón y el tipo trata de hacer como 3 firuletes. Y si le sale bien, y si no, bueno.
No, deja tú, ya va. Vamos a tocar el tema de Kirasí. Si tiene cosas, lo bueno es que tiene goles, desgraciado. Al negro no hay que decirle que no, tiene goles. A Sebastián yo le preguntaría por qué, si tuvimos la oportunidad de traernos nuevamente a Jadon, no nos los trajimos. No te digo el tema de compra, porque terminó saliendo para el Chelsea cedido. Pero ¿por qué no se pagó lo que estaba pidiendo el Manchester United para poder traerlo para acá?
Bueno, pero
Porque querías darle la opción a Bainequiten. Perfecto. Querías darle espacio a Duranville. Perfecto. ¿Y qué? En el proceso de nos quedamos sin opciones.
Si a bien vamos, Tomás, la misma pregunta que tú has hecho muchas veces: ¿por qué se fue Fulcrum? ¿Por qué se fue Terzi? O sea, algo está pasando.
No, ya va. No. Terzi, yo entiendo que Terzi es el primero que hace el como que algo está pasando y yo prefiero irme para coño. Esa parte yo la tengo clara. Pero el tema es que lo que no me queda claro es el tema de los fichajes, bro. O sea, yo sigo sin entender cómo tenemos problemas en el lateral izquierdo, y en el verano se habló bastante de que el Dortmund quería ir por los 2 laterales del Girona. Uno llegó, que es Couto. El otro no vino, el otro se quedó en Girona. Y lo que sería la banda izquierda de nosotros con Miguel Gutiérrez sería otro tema. Me voy por otro lado. El Bayern de Múnich compró el año pasado a Brian Zaragoza. Lo tiene cedido en el Osasuna. De verdad, nosotros en la plantilla no tenemos espacio para, como tantas veces estos cabrones de Bayern se han alimentado de jugadores de nosotros. De verdad nosotros podemos pedirle el vuelto. Decirle, bueno, marico, ya que no cuentas con Brian Zaragoza, pásamelo para acá. ¿De verdad?
Bueno,
de verdad, en el mediocampo la mejor opción que tenemos o que podíamos traer era Pascal Gross. De verdad. Yo no digo que el compa sea malo, pero...
No, pero es que no ha demostrado. No ha demostrado en 10
no,
partidos.
Lo único que tiene es una puta temporada buena con el Brighton. O con el Leicester, no me acuerdo cuál es. Creo que el Brighton donde jugaba. Entonces, hay que ver qué estamos jugando, ¿no? O sea, cómo estamos tratando de demostrar cómo es la mejor manera de agarrar un equipo que llega a una final de Champions y o hacerle hazme reír de Alemania y Europa. Mira, la única honestamente que me queda es pensar que estamos grabando algún documental de Amazon o de Netflix y estamos, no sé, y el planteamiento es el levantamiento del Fénix.
Sí,
la épica, no entiendo una verga. No entiendo una verga.
La épica. Bueno,
porque si te pones a ver, Bran está haciendo su función. Bran hay momentos que sabe manejar los tiempos de juego. Le puede ir mal, le puede ir bien, pero sabe hacer lo que tiene que hacer. Sabe ser cuando lo ponen donde tiene que ponerlo, que ya está empezando a ponerlo donde tiene que ponerlo, está teniendo buenas actuaciones decentes, por lo menos. Carnes Mechá, no digo que sea malo, pero sí creo que es el jugador 12. Creo que puede funcionarnos, pero intercambiándose el medio campo con Savitzer y con Brand, o sea, que sea revulsivo. Y de resto, compadre, la plantilla, yo entiendo el tema de los lesionados, créeme que lo entiendo. Pero si te pones a ver y te pones a sacar cuentas, explícame para qué coño nos quedamos con Giovanni Reina.
No, bueno,
Tenemos
es que
que-
Giovanni,
tenemos
no,
que
es que
pagar.
Giovanni Reina, recuérdate que él estaba lesionado desde antes de comenzar la temporada y tú no puedes vender a alguien roto, ¿sabes?
Está bien, pero ¿sabes qué sí puedes hacer? Traer un jugador que no te ocupe en la plaza. No le estás quitando el contrato. Está bien. Vas
Sí,
a jugar
bueno,
en la sub-23, pero no. El detalle está que decidimos, bueno, vamos a darle la 15ª oportunidad a ver si aquel muchacho que llegó con oportunidad de ser una perla en Europa, cuando llegó con 16 años, creo que fue que llegó y que la rompió, tuvo buenas actuaciones, que no sé qué estamos esperando, compadre. De verdad no sé qué estamos
No.
esperando.
No, bueno, insisto, o sea, también recuérdate que esto es un negocio y poner a otro en el puesto que ya tienes ocupado y tener que pagarle a los dos, claro, no es que vas a pagar una millonada o no es que vas a pagarle al que venga lo mismo que quizás le pagas a Giovanni Reina, pero al final es un negocio, muñeco, o sea,
Está bien. Y el espacio que más tenemos cubierto es el mediocampo. ¿O no?
sí,
Porque
sí,
si yo me
cierto.
pongo a sacar cuenta, tenemos a Enre Chan, tenemos a Pascal Gross, tenemos a Carles Mechá, tenemos a Savitzer, tenemos a Brandt. De ahí me da para ver 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ¿Tenemos a
Bueno,
quién más?
nada más hoy, mira, nada más hoy. Aquí tienes a Gross, tienes a Bayer, tienes a Savitzer, tienes a Brandt, tienes a Gittens, tienes a Carnemecha.
No. Medio campo. Centrémonos en el medio campo. Tienes
Ok.
a Savitzer, en Mechá, a Brandt, a Chan y a Gross. Ahí son 5. ¿Verdad? De los que
Mira,
están lesionados,
Mira,
tienes
tienes a Gross, ¿ok? Porque
a
Gross
Walker.
es medio campo, ¿ok?
Ajá.
De los que alinearon hoy, tienes a Gross, tienes a Enre Can, tienes a Mecha, tienes a
Es más,
Savitzer,
espérate,
tienes a
vamos a hacer una
Brandt,
cosa más fácil.
tienes a Gittens.
Búscate la alineación completa o la plantilla completa del Borussia.
¿Cómo no, muñeco? Mira, eso te lo buscamos aquí
No del
rapidito.
partido de hoy.
Sí, aquí lo tienes, mira, aquí lo tienes. Aquí te lo tenemos,
A
mira, ahí
ver.
tienes a los centrocampistas, mira. Tienes a Pascal Gross, tienes a Enre Can, tienes a Mecha, tienes a Savitzer, tienes a Brandt, que son los que te estoy diciendo que alinearon hoy. Y aparte de esos 5, tienes a Giovanni Reina y a Watson.
Ya va. Ajá. Tienes a 7 personas para 3 puestos. En teoría estás dobleteando, ¿verdad? Delanteros centros tiene a Guirassy y a Bayer. No tiene más nada.
Sí, porque el resto que está ahí es extremo.
Extremos tiene.
Malen
a
es
Malen,
extremo.
tienes
A
Malen,
Adeyemi,
Adeyemi, Gittens, Duranville. Bueno, Colpo Campbell no sé.
que entró hoy.
Extremo derecho, honestamente no lo he visto.
Entró hoy.
Y creo que Julian, otro extremo derecho. Compadre, mira, esto se resume fácil. Lo que veníamos hablando tú y yo hace tiempo. En verdad nosotros queremos seguir siendo el segundo equipo de Alemania. O lo reformulo de otra manera.
No,
En verdad nosotros tenemos intenciones de quitarle. No, está bien, entiendo que somos el séptimo, pero en verdad nosotros tenemos intenciones de en algún momento quitarle el reinado al Bayern de Múnich.
Así no.
No, es que deja tú, el año pasado tampoco lo veo. Y eso que llegamos a final de Champions, tampoco lo veo. ¿Por qué? Porque es un tema de proyecto. Yo entiendo que la idiosincrasia que tenemos como club es agarrar jugadores jóvenes, desarrollarlos, venderlos, pero nuevamente lo que te dije hace varios años, ¿hasta qué punto nosotros vamos a estar compra y vende, compra y vende y compra y vende? En algún punto no está de más quedarte con un buen jugador para tener equipo. Si no pasan estas mamadas. Y esta mamada es que el jugador que tenemos referencia, vamos a ver, referencia en el arco, Kovel, perfecto. Kovel está a 2 pasos, dice pa'l carajo. Vamos a estar claros.
Después que salga la lesión.
Son 25 años, tiene nombre en Europa, es reconocido como uno de los mejores de porteros de Europa. Yo lo pongo en un top 10 fácil. Y compadre, llega un momento que tú dices, bueno, yo quiero ganar títulos. Ese está a 2 pasos y se para el carajo. Tenemos defensa. El referente de la defensa de nosotros es Slotterbeck. Otro más que en algún momento o se va para el Bayern de Múnich, porque al parecer nosotros tenemos una pasarela de pago contra Bavaria, o se lo agarra otro equipo. El otro día estaba leyendo de que estaba uno de los ojeadores de el Madrid en Alemania y le anotaron el nombre. Pues si algo de lo que necesita el Madrid ahorita es defensa. En el medio campo, ¿quién es la referencia? Brandt. Y en el delantero, pues quiero asumir que la referencia es Guirassy. Pero si te pones a ver los actores secundarios, ¿a quiénes tenemos, compadre? ¿Quiénes acompañan a esos primarios? Y entonces, ¿cómo verga armamos un equipo así?
Mira, Tomás, está tan mal la vaina que es lo que mientras estoy escuchando tu comentario. El Mainz tiene 3 partidos ganados. O el de hoy, ¿sí?
¿Y qué te estoy diciendo?
Pero mira esto. Chequea, no sé si tú puedes ver la pantalla, entiendo que es algo pequeña, no sé si está desde la laptop.
No, sí, lo estoy viendo.
Ok, mira a quién le ganó el Mainz. Al Augsburgo, que va de 12avo.
Al San Pauli.
Al San Pauli, que va de 15avo, y a nosotros. ¿Ah?
Mira, mano.
No, y el partido de hoy, pana, aburrido, Tomás. Aburrido, claro, aburrido para el que tiene la camisa amarilla, ¿sí? Porque con un disparo nada más. Un disparo, creo que hicimos a puerta. El gol. Mira, tiros totales, 2.
Cabrón, fueron 2. 1 por tiempo.
No, marico.
Pero es lo que te estoy diciendo.
Mira la amenaza ofensiva. Mira cómo fue esa vaina. Mira el juego. Por eso te digo, para nosotros, aburrido. Mira, esto acá, este bichito acá y este bichito acá. Ni siquiera cuando se ocasionó el penalti a Guirassy, mira, porque fue una entrada de Guirassy astutamente buscó el penalti y lo consiguió, porque lo estaba marcando Lee, que Lee no es defensor, de hecho fue el que marca el primer gol para el Mainz, y se la comió, pues, o sea, Guirassy se la plantó y él se la comió, penal. Pero mira esa vaina, chamo. Y yo decía en ese momento, Tomás, coño, nos fuimos al camerino con el empate. Qué de pinga, teniendo uno menos. No, joder. Nos vacunaron aquí, weón. Y en Mecha, que no es central, fue el que perdió 2 veces la marca para estos 2 primeros goles del Mainz.
Pero es que, brother, mira, nosotros tenemos que, mira, para armar un proyecto, tú primero tienes que saber qué es lo que se quiere con el proyecto. Y yo creo que nosotros como institución no tenemos claridad en estos momentos con la dirección que tenemos de qué coño queremos. Porque si nosotros la definición de equipo va a ser un equipo de que compra perlas, las desarrolla para venderle y a ganar dinero, tú me puedes explicar por qué con las 400 lesiones que tenemos, no tenemos un plan de desarrollo de la gente que está en la sub-23 para dale la oportunidad en serio. Pero dale la oportunidad en serio. O sea, no tenés que meterlos en el juego para evitar pendejadas. O sea, el Rechan sale botado y ahí sí empezamos a sacar a la gente para ver qué coño hacemos. No, ponlo de titular. Porque el lateral derecho aquí comenzó hoy.
Del lateral derecho comenzó hoy el señor Gross. Porque
Mira.
no tenemos a más nadie.
No tenemos a más nadie. Pues mira, permíteme corregirte.
Estaba el chamito sí.
Permíteme corregirte. Entonces pones a Ryerson donde tiene que estar y pones al carajito donde sabe jugar. Y le das la oportunidad. Pero entonces es más fácil antes de dar la oportunidad a los carajitos de ponerse inventando pendejadas.
Y que ante el rival de hoy no era loco hacerlo, pero estoy ladillado, Tomás. Estoy ladillado, te lo juro. Verga, porque, a ver, Dortmund antes, hacía 3 malas y una buena, 4 malas y una buena, perdón, 3 buenas y una mala, 4 buenas y una mala, y tenías ese ritmo, y bueno, en el momento cumbre, coño, no llegaba, ejemplo, final de Champions, ejemplo, cuando se pierde la temporada en la 22-23, que por pecho frío no la ganamos, ¿sabes?
Por pendejo.
Por eso es que te digo, weón, o sea, pero tenías como un ritmo que al final tú evaluabas y decías, bueno, es positivo, pero loco, esta temporada, y una vez más, la directiva sigue apoyando a Saí. O sea, es una temporada de transición, pero me da ladilla atravesarla, pues. Me da ladilla. Mira, vamos a ver cuándo nos vemos de vuelta, porque ya estamos a punto de cumplir el tiempo de hoy. Estoy teniendo un pequeño retorno, muñeco, contigo. A ver, partidos. No sé. El próximo partido, porque viene el parate de la fecha FIFA, nos vamos a ver el sábado 23 de noviembre. Ya habrá pasado 3 días del cumpleaños de Jimmy.
¿De qué?
De Jimmer, tu querido hermano.
¿De qué?
Jimmer.
No, compadre, yo soy como Simón Bolívar.
Tu Q 3 puntos H.
Sí, está bien, yo lo sigo queriendo a la distancia. No, bueno, está bien.
Vamos contra el Freiburgo.
Ya lo cogieron. De verdad, yo creo que voy a optar el posicionamiento de, soy equipo pequeño, voy a entrar de golpe contra equipo pequeño, es probable que pierda.
Bueno, el Freiburgo va de quinto,
Por eso te digo, no cogieron.
Freiburgo va de quinto. Entonces nos vamos a ver ese 23 de noviembre a las 10:30 hora de Venezuela, 8:30 hora de México. Vamos a decir a nuestro partner le dan su permisito, o si el narco no lo llama.
No, señores, el partner tiene un chingo de trabajo.
Coño, vale, es que miren, se vienen cositas para el canal, ya verán. Vamos a tener patrocinantes gracias a nuestro partner.
Para que tú veas.
No nos ve nadie, pero vamos a tener patrocinantes, carajo.
No joda. Vamos a ver cómo vendo yo eso.
Sí, mire, ¿cuál va a ser la cuota de mercado? Bueno, ninguna, pero va a tener el honor de patrocinarnos, pues.
Ándale. No, pero bueno, vamos a ver, de todas maneras. No sé, compadre.
No, es arrecho, es ladilla,
Tomás. Permíteme, y quiero ver si podemos hacer un videito de esto. Porque la idea no es escabellada. Si vemos los entrenadores que están disponibles, mira, tenemos a un Frank Lampard, tenemos un Joaquín Love, tenemos un Erik ten Hag. Bueno, no soy fan de Erik ten Hag, pero la verga. Tengo a Xavi. Mira, que de perdido. Ya que estoy cagándola como la estoy cagando como equipo, por lo menos de perdido vamos a agarrar y ponemos a Xavi, y Xavi yo sé que va a poner a jugar a los carajitos. Por lo menos eso estoy seguro.
Ok, sí, pero
Rudy García,
la identidad
Massari,
del Dortmund,
Allegri,
no pega con
Allegri, Celades, De Rossi, Javi Gracia, Sergio Consensao, el del Porto. O sea, tú me estás diciendo que no, lo que no queremos gastar, eso es todo el peor que no queremos gastar.
Yo te tiro un nombre, pues. Te voy a tirar un nombre. Marcelo Gallardo.
Nah, el muñeco no sirve para Europa.
Pero, ¿cómo lo sabes si no lo han probado?
¿De dónde viene a entrenar? Es más, si no sirvió en Asia, ¿cómo verga va a servir en Europa?
Coño, Asia.
¿Y qué? Con el poco de jugador. ¿Y qué? Justamente Asia. Si no serviste en Asia para darle control a un equipo y para darle con buenos jugadores, porque no es que tenía puro árabe, también tenía buenos jugadores. ¿Y entonces?
Ok, pero si, a ver, si vas a medir con esa vara, Xavi su primera experiencia fue en Asia y lo trajeron al Barcelona porque más barcelonista que ese carajo, y mira lo que pasó. Pero una cosa es Gallardo y otra cosa es Xavi.
Ya va, Xavi ganó una liga, no olvidemos eso.
Okay,
Xavi ganó una liga con el Barcelona y Xavi ganó la liga de Qatar. Entonces no me vengas con huevona. Bueno, no sé si ganó la liga de Qatar o llegó a la final. A una vaina así fue.
Pero mira, a Marcelo Gallardo, porque tú sabes que él fue a River específicamente a algo y no lo consiguió. ¿Ok? Y mira, le seduces y le picas ahí la patita lo deja y le dices, mira, pana.
Honestamente, véngase. Prefiero 20 veces traerme a Sergio Consensado. Es más, prefiero 2000 veces traerme a Eric Ten Hag. Y eso que lo odio, el pelota.
¿Qué? No.
Pero si quieres traerte al muñeco.
Bueno, pana, o sea, el muñeco ganó una Libertadores. Bueno, no, una, dos. O sea, seas malo.
Sí. Y fue para Asia y eso las me reí. Compadre, hay entrenadores que son de selecciones, hay entrenadores que son de competiciones específicas, y hay entrenadores, compadre, que no sirven para Europa.
Bueno, mira, vale, estamos hablando mucho para el tiempo que nos conocemos. Te quiero, te amo, partner. Gracias por estar con nosotros hoy, aunque sea un ratico. Llegaste. Lo que pasa es que miren, siempre que ven a mi partner lo ven con camisita, bien arreglado, y yo aquí en la comodidad de mi hogar.
Sí, unos trabajamos, otros no.
Sí, bueno, algunos vivimos del Estado.
Mira, pero qué bonito.
Y otros se parten al lomo para pagar al Estado para que nos mantenga a nosotros.
Sí, es verdad. Ahí le mando la foto cuando estuve ahorita en Miami, muchacho.
Bueno, nos vemos, querido partner, el 23. Vamos a ver si tienes un chancecito de acompañarnos al final de hoy. ¿Está bien?
Vale, 23. Sí. Cierto, la próxima semana es internacional, ¿no?
Sí, es parate FIFA.
Ándale. Está bueno. De todas maneras, hay que ponernos a hacer los videitos que hace falta, porque del entrenador sí lo voy a hacer. Tiene los huevos arrechos ya.
Listo. Despídase.
Bye bye, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Adiós. Hey, ya, Bifabi.
Dale.